Hey, it's Alternative Angle here. Just wanted to reply about Bitcoin. Now, you are totally wrong. You are totally wrong in everything that you say. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you're right. Okay, so first thing, you talk about MySpace being the bee's knees of all social networking sites, and then all of a sudden Facebook came along. And everyone jumped to Facebook, and now what happens if Facebook creates Facebook bucks and everyone jumps across to that? Well, that's the free market. Get over it. That's the free market. If everyone jumps, then you jump. See, the thing is that we need to stop thinking like, ooh, we need, just one thing. We need a monopoly on the creation of money. If if there are other bitcoins, if there's bytecoins all of a sudden, well, let it compete. Let it compete. If more people, it's not about everyone will just jump, right? Right now, bitcoins is a very speculative coin, but more and more people are jumping on and saying, well, I'm going to do work for Bitcoin. More and more people are doing work for Bitcoin, so or selling stuff for Bitcoin. Now, so right now, Bitcoin is still in a phase where it people are finding reasons to accept it. Well, okay, it's worth a lot more now, so I'm going to start accepting. So people now, because it's deflationary, people are doing a lot more to get Bitcoin. So people are saying, hey, I'll do your homework for you for Bitcoin. I'll do, and people are accepting it in shops and for pornography and all sorts of stuff is going to happen, right? So that's it's a very early phase currency. You got to remember, it's not some Ponzi scheme. I mean, Ponzi scheme. It's just the most ridiculous thing to say it's a Ponzi scheme. So the other thing is, it jumped up 100% in a couple of days. Oh, it's too deflationary. Well, it's just trying to find the right value for what it is right now. It's because no central authority says Bitcoins have this value, boom, like the government does. It starts at a very low value, and just like an auction, it goes up. It goes up until it finds the right value. Then it'll stay fairly stable. And and maybe some other thing like Facebook coins comes out, and people actually agree to use it as a currency, and maybe then you'll trade your bitcoins for Facebook currency, and maybe the value will stay, but the value floats. So right now it's extremely deflationary because it's trying to find its feet. Electronic pulse bomb, come on. I mean, are you serious? This is a very early days of Bitcoin. Already they're writing things for being able to store your Bitcoin wallet in the cloud, so that if there is an electronic pulse bomb, Jesus, I mean, talk about grasping at straws. It'll your Bitcoins are stored in Europe somewhere or something like that. It's cloud based, and it'll be spread and it'll be encrypted so no one can steal it. This technology will keep on getting better. Now, if Bitcoin is the first incarnation of this, and someone comes out with a competing currency, well, it might have learnt from Bitcoin, but trust me, Bitcoin is sticking around just like BitTorrent has. Old people, big computers, rich people. Look, I tell you, when computers first came out, old people weren't able to use them either. Because someone isn't educated enough to use this stuff now doesn't mean it's a bad currency. When computers were first coming out, it was just a bunch of nerds writing, binary code into these ridiculous machines that did nothing. Nowadays, old people are there with their iPads playing solitaire like in total bliss and in total ease. And this is what's going to happen with Bitcoin. It will become easier, more transparent, and extreme. I mean, it's already fairly easy. How it works isn't easy, but you don't need to know how it works. It just works. I get a little wallet client, and I'm able to send money to someone else. Big computers and mining, you obviously don't understand how it works, because it doesn't matter how much mining. If you have a massive supercomputer set up, A, the questions are getting harder and harder to fulfill, and B, it's kind of random who gets the packet and who gets the 50 bitcoins. It's not the bigger your computer. I mean, it slightly is, but it doesn't quite work that way. And mining isn't going to be around for much longer. It's not going to be one of those things that mining is basically the system allowing bitcoins to slowly get released. Now, once it hits in the next 2-3 years, it'll become worthless mining something. People will just have their miners on basically for no reason at all, but to basically keep the system up and to trade with other people. So just like BitTorrent, I don't keep BitTorrent up to seed. I just use it to when I want to suck, but while I'm sucking, it's seeding. So that's the same thing with Bitcoin. So it's ridiculous to say that rich people have this thing over poor people, and that it's the most unfair thing. I mean, it's absurd. No centralized system, so if you get robbed, then you're shit out of luck. Well, guess what, bud? If you're walking along with gold in your pocket and you get robbed, you think the police are really going to help you? Come off it. They're going to help shit. They're just going to go, well, take some notes and you know, yeah, we'll get back to you. They're not going to give a hoot's toot. But you know, no centralized. I mean, that's good. I mean, that's one of the best things ever to hit currency. Now, cash has been centralized. Gold has been almost centralized because it's fairly manipulated by rich. I mean, you talk about rich people having an advantage. What about gold? I mean, gold's extremely manipulated. Now, I love gold and silver. I own it myself. But I'm just trying to say that this Bitcoin concept is superior to gold and silver. You will have access to it everywhere. Mobile phones are getting extraordinarily good now. You'll be able to just bump someone's mobile and transfer bitcoins. Bitcoins are also divisible by 8 zeros. So as it deflates, as it becomes more valuable, you'll send someone 0.0001 of a bitcoin. And they'll become language for that because it'll get confusing with too many zeros, so someone will develop something to make it easy. Look, this is the true free market working here, and I know you're a bit scared of that by your other video, but if you think it's a scam, well, don't do anything with it. But don't go out there preaching that it's a scam when it's not. It's another currency trying to find its feet, and it's an extremely important project. This is bigger than email. This is the biggest thing since email. I'm Alternative Angle. That's my angle.